Shalom to everyone who's watching and listening to me right about now. I have another powerful word of encouragement for you. My brothers and sisters, this word is meant for someone who is watching, someone who has been frustrated, someone who cannot understand why things are happening that way. If you cannot comprehend why things are happening that way, God knows it exactly. Now, my brothers and sisters, before I begin this word, I want you to like, share, subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section. Also, remember that every single day I release live videos. I come here live and pray for people because I know it is important to pray for someone. It is very important that you are prayed for. Brothers and sisters, today's amazing word is they are losing their minds about you. There are people that are becoming crazy. They are going crazy about you. They don't know exactly how to handle you. Some of the people have tried so hard to say that they put you down. They have dug pits to say that you fall down. I'm speaking to someone who's watching me right now. You have seen it all this display in your life. You have seen of the theatrics of the enemy, the gimmicks they pull. But I want to tell you, you will not be deceived. You will not be deceived. You will not fall culprit. You will not fall into their pits. Because God is giving some of you wisdom, supernatural wisdom, and an ability to discern spirits. God is giving you a spirit of discernment. So you have to position yourself to receive. I love Daniel. Daniel positioned himself to receive the spirit of wisdom. There's a time when the king had told them to eat the king's delicacies. But Daniel refused because he had a type of food that he ate, a diet that he had. And when they checked them at the end, Daniel was healthy. Daniel and his friends, they were more healthy than those that were eating the king's delicacy. So I want to encourage you that you are going to have wisdom over them. The Bible speaks of Daniel that he was 10 times wiser than the sorcerers, 10 times wiser than the magicians. When you walk in the perfect will of God, God is going to give you wisdom. Wisdom that when you start speaking, your enemies will know truly God is in you. Look at Solomon. The Bible speaks of how Solomon was so wise that even his enemies came to him for advice. His enemies did not even wage war for him, against him. His enemies did not even fight him. They didn't even bother. It was a fool that would think of fighting Solomon. Because he was wise, they wouldn't defeat him. You see, Solomon was so wise to the extent that even the queen of Sheba came from a far distant place to listen to his wisdom. She had heard of rumors of a man who was wise, of a man who had attained wisdom, and she came to verify. She went back with even a greater story because she had heard of wisdom speak. Brothers and sisters, your enemies will go crazy. Some of them are going crazy about you. Some of them are going crazy about the small things. Some of them, actually, they will go crazy to the extent that they will leave their work. They will have to be fired because what they say will be inconsistent with what they do. Some of them are going to be put into a psychiatrist room, into a mental institution. They think you are crazy. They think that you are mad. They think that you are mad, but they're the ones who are mad. So trust God in whatever you do. put God first, God is going to cause blindness to your enemies. An example is Elisha, whereby the enemies had attacked him. They had surrounded him. It seemed as though Elisha had nowhere to go. Some of you have been surrounded, and it seems like you have nowhere to go. Surrounded by debt, surrounded by financial problems, surrounded by toxic friends, surrounded by diseases. It seems like you are cornered. When the servant of Elisha saw this, he cried out to the master. The servant of Elisha was afraid. He thought that was the end of his life. But Elisha told the servant not to be afraid, not to be petrified, because those that were with him were more than those that are against them. Elisha prayed for the eyes of his servant to be opened, and when the eyes of his servant were opened, the eyes of the enemies were closed. And the servant saw an army of angels surrounding them. This is what Elisha said. Those that are with us are more than those that are against us. Brothers and sisters, those that are with you are more than those that are against you. That is the truth. That is the truth. Listen to what Elisha did when he met the enemies. When he went close to the enemies could not even know that Elisha was the one they were looking for. They were mad. They had become crazy. The person they were searching for, they couldn't recognize him. Elisha came and talked with them, and their eyes were blind. Some of you, your enemies, those that are looking and searching to kill you, will not know that you are the one. Some of you, there are things that have searched for you. There are enemies that search for you at night. There are women that come at night to search for you, to kill you, with their spells, with their witchcraft. But they cannot locate you because you are hidden in God. They cannot identify you. They cannot find your true location because you are in God. And if God is in you, who can be against you if God is for you? Brothers and sisters, you will see it. Some of you will just hear of it. That this enemy that was fighting against you, they left their position. They left that neighborhood. Until next time, may God bless you. May his light shine upon you. Shalom.